Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you are doing good. So today is Monday, the 15th of June 2026. Welcome to the channel. So I'm just starting off on the monthly time frame. Now on the monthly time frame, I currently have this channel here, but just looking from afar, from past data, I can see that we are in a downtrend because this here is still the swing high, swing low. This channel that I have here, in my opinion, is probably the corrective move of this particular impulsive move that we have here. And also when I take the fibs from here to down here, you can see that currently we are in between the 78.6% level. So it's a bit tricky because, in the past when I saw this bullish, bearish candle, engulfing candle here at that key level of 1.375, I thought that price would continue pushing downwards because I have been bearish on the pound. Now, once it didn't do that, I believe this was when in July last year, you can see again, we refused to make lower lows again. Here we did make a sort of lower low and then we went up and then we still didn't break above the 1.375. And then you can see again, we still did not manage to go again lower. So we ended up closing with this bullish engulfing candle here. And in my opinion, because now I can see that in terms of maybe I might be like long-term bearish, but right now from what I'm seeing from the monthly time frame, I don't think I'm convinced of selling yet just because of this candle here. So I do see a potential of price even coming all the way back here because we also don't have a bearish engulfing candle here to even pass the 1.375 and even go back up further. I won't be shocked if maybe this channel pattern wants to be completed, and then we'll see what happens from there. That is a long shot, and we're still honestly in still a range because you can see we still haven't been able to break any of these levels. So it's been quite frustrating, but it is what it is. On the weekly time frame, in terms of market structure, I can see, guys, I am not convinced of selling pressure yet. As much as from a market structure perspective, I can see that we did make a higher, is it a higher low? A lower high, yes. But we still did not price refused to still go lower, because if at all, guys, there was selling pressure here, I would have been expecting even last week for price to continue going lower, even below this one, and then continue. But why did it not do that, guys? Now, in my opinion, I am favoring the bullish side, as I mentioned also from the monthly, simply because as per my rules and from what I am seeing, I'm sorry guys, I can see bullish engulfing candle here, I can see a bullish engulfing candle here. In terms of market structure, I can see that we are squeezing up because even buyers could argue that we're making higher lows and higher highs, but also the sellers could also argue that this could be happening. So if at all we're squeezing in between this pattern, then it is what it is. But personally, for me, apart from market structure, I still don't think it's enough for me to confirm any selling because I consider candlesticks as my priority. And right now, I am not seeing any candlesticks here that are favoring any sells. This candlestick here that formed in a slightly lower than a key level. You can see we also broke above. It's just not clean at all. So I am still anticipating maybe bullish pressure to even come and even fill this wick here, because guys, these wicks, when they're left alone, they are really, really dangerous, and I always like to keep them in mind. And especially the fact that we still don't really have any bearish candles here. Personally, I'm going to be on the buy side, guys, personally. But of course, I trade one currency pair, so I'm still looking to benefit from either side of the move, just depending on how the market, sets up. So this is the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, something interesting happened here, because now, guys, there's been like a double bottom type of situation. Usually when there's a double bottom, this here is usually like a sign that maybe price does not want to go lower. And that's why I'm mentioning, like, even on the monthly, if at all there was selling pressure, why didn't last week continue breaking lower? That's like the issue that I have with now the selling. And I'm not saying that it can't happen, because I obviously could be wrong as well, but it's just something that I'm taking note of, because this level here, this was the 1.33250. It refused. This for me is not like a very strong double bottom, simply because I do not have candle confirmation here. This one here was nice because this was a bullish engulfing candle, but here there's an indecision, and then this following candle here, it formed a bit too far for my liking. So, and there's also another wick here as well, so that's also a bit interesting. So what I am anticipating today as a day trader, this trend line, it seems like it's still being respected on the daily time frame. So I will not be shocked if price wants to do maybe one last sort of selling pressure move, maybe to down here, and then we see what happens. But personally, for me, I'm hoping that still, if price could continue pushing upwards, that could be good. But we'll just have to wait and see, because also on the daily time frame, I don't really have candle confirmation. This here is a candle, but it didn't form at this major key level here. It's slightly formed above, almost like a breakout, and then we dipped. So somebody could even argue that this here is like the pullback of this impulsive move. So I can see people are looking at the market from different directions, but here, this is just my personal opinion. I also treat my YouTube like a personal blog, just to document my ideas and see if I'm following my trading plan as per my analysis. So yeah, daily time frame. Just we're still here, but there's still a very long wick here that I will be cautious about, because there is a potential of price even moving even back here again to maybe sell, and then we'll see if we can buy up. Anyway, I don't know, that's a bit of a long shot, but now let me go to the 4 hour time frame so that I can be specific in terms of what I'm looking for today. Okay, so this is the 4 hour time frame, and you can see the 4 hour time frame almost had a double bottom, but this is not very clean to me. This is also a very big bullish engulfing candle, which I usually don't like in terms of taking trades. So yeah, not ideal. Also, last week when I was making this analysis, I did mention that I could be looking for sells. However, this particular sell that I took here, I mentioned that I have to have like a big stop loss because of this particular wick that was following. And you can see I was not convinced in taking that sell, and I did not end up taking it in any of my funded accounts, because you can see it was an L, and because we had this very long wick here, I was very, very skeptical. And that's why I kept mentioning I'd have to have a big stop loss, which I didn't like. So as much as I liked the candle, and this is why it's important, guys, and I'm yet to make a video on candlesticks to watch out for. This particular candle here, somebody could say it's a beautiful bearish engulfing. I like it because it formed in between the zone. Now, as much as it didn't touch that key weekly level, but it's still in the zone of this major key level. But the fact that we had this very long wick over here, I was very, very skeptical, because somebody could have easily gone for a sell. If you took a sell here, you can also let me know, and maybe the stop loss was here. But you can see, guys, I don't know if it was news or what, it came and it took that stop loss out, and I was happy that I did not take a trade. So last week was actually a no trading week for me, actually. So yeah, what am I looking for today? Now today, if this trend line continues holding and this particular key level of the 1.346 continues holding, I'm going to be waiting on the 1 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame for a bearish engulfing candle, and I could be interested in taking a move like this. However, because I can see that we have another long wick here that I have to watch out for, my stop loss would probably have to be again above this particular area here, and then maybe target something like that. 50 pips is not too bad, but I'm still waiting to see how this 4 hour candle will close. I have around 1 hour 35 minutes as of making this video for the 4 hour candle to close, so that is what I'll be looking at today. Short-term sell, I don't think it's going to continue breaking any lower, just back to the weekly low of the 1.3325, and then I'm going to be on standby over here again to now see if I can take those buys that I'm hoping for from even the bigger time frames. Like I mentioned, something interesting is happening on the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, guys, okay, first of all, before I go to the interesting thing that's happening, this was the weekly low that I labeled here. We have a weekly key level. This is a major key level. So usually with major key levels, I like to put like a horizontal rectangle thing, because that lets me know that's a very strong area where price has the potential of doing all sorts of weird things. And you can see, like, even from last week, we were here, we were tapping, going back, and these are types of levels that I usually watch out for. However, you can see that we did just close above Friday's high, which is here in maroon. So Friday's high was also last week's high, which is the 1.34230. So what I'm looking for today, there is a potential of price continuing to move upwards, but I do see selling pressure arriving, and that's because we also have a type of double top here on the 1 hour time frame. But this here, I'm not convinced of taking any sell as per right now on the 1 hour time frame. Even if we have a nice bearish engulfing candle here and we do have a trend line bounce, I'm still hoping that this 1.346 level, this particular candle here, has formed slightly far from the 1.346, and I have to be careful. And the main reason I'm pointing that out is because we still have that very long wick here on the 4 hour time frame. So that is why I'm saying my stop loss would have to be quite big to accommodate that in case price wants to do like a little push up, because you never know, guys. We just broke above Friday's high. Price could easily decide to do a little pullback like this, push up again, maybe some people could call it a liquidity sweep or whatever, and then start crawling back in, and then you see that I'm going to be stopped out again. So long story short, I'm going to be patient. This was not me last year, guys. Last year, if this was me, I would have entered right now. I'd be like, oh, double top, 1 hour bearish engulfing. But now I have to be very, very keen. As much as I like it, I don't really like the placement of it. So I'm going to be waiting on the 4 hour time frame. And also the main reason I'm also waiting on the 4 hour time frame is because this is like the beginning it could be the beginning. Let me say it could be the beginning of a new impulsive move to the downside. And usually when it comes to new impulsive moves, I'd rather wait on the 4-hour time frame and then I take continuations on the 1-hour time frame. So for example, here I would be taking continuations on the 1-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, but for new swing points, new impulsive moves, I wait on the 4-hour time frame. So that is what I'm going to be waiting for today because it's not looking too safe. However, we do have a little update here on the dollar index, which has been quite interesting. So on the dollar index, okay, let me just start in the daily time frame for this one because actually, let me go back to the monthly time frame so that I can explain my case. I am going to be short-term bearish on the dollar index simply because on the daily on the monthly time frame we have not been able to pass this level, this 100.2. What I am hoping for, because we still have this very long week, not hoping for, my conclusion is that maybe price can come maybe down here again because we are still in a type of consolidation, and then we see if we can get a bounce down here, and then we see now if we can start pushing upwards, because I am long-term bearish but long-term bullish on the dollar. There is a potential of price coming here, but it will be interesting in case price comes down here, because you never know if this continues dropping. And you can see now we have the announcement of the peace deal happening, so it could be interesting. But right now I'm honestly just short-term bearish on the dollar index. Now we can see last week's candle we closed with a bearish candle here, not an engulfing candle. You can see it didn't have much volume. We have a big gap over here as well, and the main reason I am forecasting of the selling pressure is also because we have a bearish engulfing candle here at the bottom. I honestly, in terms of how I trade, I do not see confirmation. Somebody could say, yeah, this is a bullish engulfing candle, but look at the previous candle. Yeah, and this is exactly what I'm mentioning also on the pound in the inverse. Yeah, you can see like last week with that long wick, price came down here again, took people out, and then it moved. So I am speculating that maybe we could have another rejection here, and then we start pushing. And the main reason I'm also aiming for down here is if I take my fibs, because it was indeed an impulsive move to the upside, I still think there is a potential of maybe price coming back to the 78.6 and then we move higher. But again, that is still a long shot. I have to go down to the lower time frame so that we can see if all these things I'm mentioning, if there's signs of that or not. So this is the daily time frame. We had a double bottom here, but not convincing for me in terms of candlesticks, because for me, when it comes to double bottoms, and I'm yet to make a video on how I consider chart patterns, a double bottom for me should have proper candles also at the bottom, not just market structure, but also in terms of candles. If here I had a bullish engulfing candle here, a bullish engulfing candle here, this would have been a strong double bottom for me. And that's why last week I was even anticipating maybe price could even come back up here, but it's still not bad, because now who knows, we're still waiting for the fundamentals and things that are happening. But I'm just going to be on standby. Looking at the daily time frame here, we had a bearish engulfing candle here. This is nice. This is not too bad, because again, this is a major key level here, and that is why it's in a rectangle. Not too bad at all. So if at all this move wants to pull back, that could be interesting. But again, you can see we at the moment we're still rejecting around the 99.4, so there could be a potential of maybe price doing maybe one last push up, and that is why that could also validate my short-term sell on the pound. And then we now see what happens if it can continue going downwards to validate what I'm saying and what I'm pointing out on the monthly and weekly time frame. And I hope I'm making sense, guys. So yeah, you can see there's the little gap here. We are currently rejecting off here. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, I have this trend line here. We were in a consolidation, we pushed up, and then now we almost made like a correction. This is also a very nice candle here on the 4-hour time frame. I can't deny it, and that is exactly why now I'm starting to feel like those analysis thoughts that I've been saying from the past could be true. But again, who knows? Nobody could be right. So you can see here, we had an impulsive move. This almost looks like the correction of this particular move here. So I won't be surprised if this price wants to move up, maybe short term a bit. That's still okay to me. And then I'll watch again what happens when you get to the 100.2. And you can see also when I take the fibs from here to here, this is very clean. This is probably the cleanest 78.6% touch I have seen this year. So yeah, this is also nice. Nice level of confluence there. It's a key level. Price has tapped this zone, this 99.4 many times. Even when I go past in the market, you can see. So interesting. Yeah, I'm waiting for the candles that are going to be forming over here, and that is why I'm also not in a rush to take any sells on the pound just yet, because still no confirmation on the dollar index. When I go to the 1 hour time frame, there is a a 1 hour engulfing, but you can see it's again slightly far from this particular minor key level here of the 99.4. And you can see, guys, that's why I have these rectangles. For me, if I have a minor key level which are not in the rectangles, it's not that they have to be exact, but for me, as per my rules, I like the candles to be somehow close. But then when it comes to the major key levels in the rectangle, if this sort of candle formed and it was slightly further below or above a certain key level here on the major levels, I hope I'm making sense, I would have taken it, but I cannot. This is not confirmation for me as of yet. It just tapped to the 99.4, pushed upwards, so I'm going to be careful here. And again, that is why I'm going to be using the bigger time frames, which is now the 4-hour time frame, to wait for any trading signal. So yeah, I'm basically just watching out for something like that if at all that wants to happen. Personally, I really don't see it pushing above because of this particular bearish candle here. And if it doesn't, let's say if it doesn't push up, then maybe price could just continue selling, and then we can watch out for any particular levels. Who knows, guys? We'll see. I will be back here on Wednesday to make another analysis video, and we see how the market is progressing. But yeah, as you can see, there is what is it called, there is a peace deal. It hasn't been confirmed in terms of opening the Hormuz trade. I was actually just watching CNN before making this analysis video, but you can see here, Iranian officials said on Sunday they have agreed on a framework to deal for a deal to end the war. Yeah, but in terms of like the actual opening and the deals, I think they're yet to have another meeting. So who knows how long it could take, but it will be good if this war can end, because it's really causing so many troubles in the world. So we just hope for the best. And if at all there will be a peace deal, then that could also confirm that bias that I have long term. Well, not really long term, but short term, of maybe the dollar weakening, maybe back down to these levels here, and then we see what happens. But of course, that is a long shot, and I may be wrong. So yeah, in terms of the calendar, today, Monday 15th, we do not have any news, and on Tuesday 16th, we do not have any news. Also on Wednesday 9 a.m., we have some CPI. Usually these CPI news on the pound, they're not usually as volatile, but I'm going to be on standby. I really do hope I can get a trade this week, because last week was nothing for me. So if I can get like something on Monday or on Tuesday, depending on how, the price is moving, that could be interesting. And also, guys, just in case you see this video later, in case this candle closes with a bearish engulfing, I could be tempted, this quarter, I could be tempted, but it's also like, I don't know. I'm feeling a bit skeptical because of this week here, guys. Nowadays, I'm like so careful, but we'll see. This could be a 1:2. The maximum stop loss I usually like to have is 50. So you can see if at all it continues dropping down, I might not be willing to take this trade. But let's see how that candle closes. And then you can also let me know what you think if you're buying, because somebody could argue this is a double bottom and we could continue buying and we, break out of this trend line. So let me know what you think. This is going to be an interesting week, guys. I am going to be on standby. On Wednesday. I will be sure to be here. So have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.